Welcome back to another episode of your Digital Hustle News. As always, I'm Wade Teamer. It's time that we talk about DeFi Chain. Okay, I asked the community to see what you guys were most interested in. It was DeFi, and it just so happens that DeFi Chain is one of the projects that I have been watching for a while. It's available on KuCoin and was one of the coins that I mentioned when it comes to the Pool X feature and the amount of returns that you can get. It's still sitting somewhere around 15 to 20%, guys. So capitalize on this opportunity because Nasdaq is making their way into the space. Nasdaq to offer value feeds for tokenized inventory trades on DeFi Chain. Okay, the timing of this is immaculate. Now, states that tokenized shares have had a shaky few months from a regulatory perspective. However, that seemingly hasn't stopped legacy monetary giants and decentralized finance advocates from inking new offers. Bloomberg reported as we speak, Nasdaq, FinHub, and Tingo will likely be offering their value feeds to DeFi Chain, a DeFi platform constructed on the Bitcoin community. DeFi Chain gives buying and selling in tokenized shares that correspond to the underlying value of main listed corporations like Tesla, Amazon, and Apple. The tokenized shares, much like a now retracted providing rollout by Binance earlier in the year. Basically, you guys remember when Binance was offering stock tokens and then they stopped? Yeah, that whole scenario. But with the DeFi chain, they may be bought in fractions without requiring buyers to buy a full conventional share, for which custody of a bodily share certificate is required. The tokenized shares are collateralized by cryptocurrencies, eradicating the necessity for a middleman, and may also be bought within the type of decentralized loans. Accessible to commerce 24/7, the acquisition of a tokenized inventory doesn't confer possession of the underlying asset to its holder. However, fairly permits them to doubtlessly revenue from the asset's value actions. Now, the DeFi inventory and buying and selling system supplied by DeFi Chain makes use of a local token, DFI. In addition to Bitcoin and the dollar peg stablecoin USDC, the platform's co-founder Julian Hobbs stated that the providing will open the door to many people who find themselves annoyed by conventional markets. But advocates like Hobbs will more and more must cope with the elevated consideration regulators are paying to the DeFi area. So, with all of the attention on the DeFi space coming from the SEC, they're basically stating that projects such as DeFi projects or DeFi chain are facing increased scrutiny. So they must have their ducks in a row. Okay. Now, the good thing about DeFi Chain, guys, and we're going to take a look at their website, is that they're one of the first to do what they're doing. They're essentially building DeFi on the Bitcoin network. Okay. They're building DeFi on the Bitcoin network, and they are providing a lot of technical solutions in order to make that onboarding process better, scalable, and everything that we look for when it comes to decentralized finance. Now, what I also want to show you is some tokenomics, if you will. Okay. Focusing mainly on this section here, the supply. Circulating right now, 124.8 million. Total supply, 640 million. That means there are only 500,000 of these available. Okay. We know the potential that DeFi has once this system gets up and running, and clearly it's progressing well. Nasdaq is ready to offer value feeds for it. Those last 500,000 are going to be adopted pretty quick, guys. But let's take a look. Let's go over to the learn section so we can learn some things about DeFi chain. But they have several guides that you guys can check out, read through. These are very extensive, very developer focus. Now, that's another aspect that I am slowly learning myself, is the developer side of the cryptocurrency world. It's driven by developers and programmers, guys. So want to brush up on your knowledge when you can. But what's DeFi? DeFi stands for decentralized finance. This we know. It describes the idea of not needing a trusted third party to execute financial services, but a blockchain in its place to enable people and, in the future, machines to become their own bank for these services. Now, what is DeFi Chain? DeFi Chain was created exactly for DeFi services while providing the optimal infrastructure for security, speed, and access, just to name a few. Now, let's see where DFI is their native chain token needed to execute code. It is also used for governance. So DFI is a utility token. Now, where can I learn more about DeFi? Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm not going to put that in there. It's DeFi token. Let's look at the ecosystem here. Developers build on DeFi chain. Core contributors can be found on GitHub. Yeah, guys, a lot of this information is centered around developers. It's focused at developers now. And I'm going to admit to you, I'm not well versed in that aspect of cryptocurrency. However, I do see the importance of it. I understand the importance of it. So I want you guys to understand the importance of it. The fact that this is so strongly focused at the developer community means that innovations will be constantly coming. That I do understand. And I also understand simple mathematics in the sense that there are only 500 million left. Okay. So about 500 million, but that number can go down pretty quickly, guys. So main point of this video, guys, was to introduce you to DeFi Chain, as Nasdaq is very tied with them, offering value fees for tokenized inventory on the DeFi chain. You guys have been interested in DeFi. This is a project that I have been watching for quite some time. And like I said, guys, it's down right now, but that's just because the entire market has been affected. We're headed the other way. But as you can see, you can get DeFi chain here at these places. KuCoin, Bittrex. KuCoin would be my, recommendation because of the amount of returns you can get for staking it in Pool X. So I'm sitting at about $2.60 right now. I think that's just due to market conditions, but this DeFi chain looks promising, so I wanted to share it with you guys. So if you did find value in this video, of course, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so that way you never miss an update. If you hold DeFi chain or are more familiar with it, feel free to let us know down in the comments. We like to learn from each other here at Digital Hustle News. So with all that being said, guys, you reach me directly. Links will be in the description. And as always, have a great day, prosperous day. Most importantly, make that money. I'll see y'all in the next one.